Konnichiwa, viewers. Here's another episode of Kyoto by Night, The Second Breath. Tonight we will continue with Tomoe Yoshi with his, he's kind of got to respond now to a few of the events on the last couple of scenes. He has recovered from his Yang hangover and attempted to correct some of the mistakes his shadow had done by reaching out to the Mazuoni for assistance. He has returned back to his haven, rested another day, and Tomoe-san, what is it that you do upon awakening the following night?
Well, I begin by starting he hasn't really looked around his haven in the yin world very much, and since he has an abundance, he'll do that after quickly writing on a piece of paper and placing it in an envelope and handing it to his assistant, the contents of which will say, "The maidens of Kyoto have been mauled by a corpse-like caterpillar."
Okay.
And then handing it to my assistant and asking him to drop it off by the tea house. At the tea house.
Okay, he will do so for you. He will bid his leave.
Mm-hmm. And then I will activate Ghost Sight and look around the archives which I've chosen to make my haven in.
Okay. This is after you said you were spending that excess chi to put protections over your haven, correct?
No. I was going to do that after.
Okay.
Given the, if I'm right in remembering, the protections also extend to creatures in the yin and yang world, right?
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got your sight activated, and you are analyzing. So, what is it that you're attempting to focus on?
One, seeing if there are any spirits in the area, and two, seeing what the yin world looks like in my haven.
Okay. So perception occult difficulty 7.
Okay. Two. Okay. What is that? Oh, of course, the one has to show up. 2 successes.
Okay. So in the Shadowlands, there is a echo of the archives. They've been there a while, and there's a lot of human emotion and life that has left an impression on it. So it is have a echo on the other side, much like the tea house does. Not quite as well defined, as there doesn't seem to have been any influence on the other side by Gaki or Spirit to build off of the echo. You don't see any spirits in the immediate area. Yeah, so you don't see any spirits in the immediate area, but you can hear some whimpering echoing in the background, possibly on another floor of the building. Close enough that you can hear, but not within your visual with the mirror lens.
Okay. I'll sneak upstairs. Try not to disturb the whimpering individual until I can see them. So, deck stealth.
Yeah, you can do a dex stealth. It'll be difficulty 7 because you're trying to split your focus on both the Middle Kingdom and the Shadowlands.
All right. This isn't the best stealth roll I've ever had, but it's not a failure.
Okay. So you're moving up through the building and glancing around, following. You want to make another perception awareness roll, actually, for this one.
Awareness or alertness?
Awareness. Because it is supernatural in nature.
Let me see this. Okay, good. I did put it on another section, so I do know I have 1. Okay. Would you call that 2 successes?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can, you will see that in the courtyard, you can see a lone individual laying on the ground, sobbing in front of the building.
Can I tell if it's a ghost, or does it seem human?
It is from the Mirrorlands. The sobbing that you're hearing is from the shadows.
Okay.
So it would be a yin spirit.
All right. And I'm not sure whether you differentiate, was it a male or a female?
It would be female.
Okay. Tomoe Yoshi will walk up to the spirit, seeing if he recognizes them.
Okay. As you approach, you won't recognize the individual. As you get closer, you can see that they are wearing like traditional clothing, probably about maybe late 1800s. She's laying on the ground sobbing, but her one arm and her neck appear to be broken.
Ow. I roll my hun to talk to spirits, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
And difficulty for speaking would be difficulty 5.
Okay. Come on, dice. Don't make this a boring scene. Yay!
Okay. Yeah,
2 successes.
you're able to speak with spirits while you have your yin side on.
Okay. I'll kneel next to the spirit and go, "What's wrong? Why do you cry at this spot?"
He's gone. He's left me.
Who left you?
He's been gone for so long. He does not care about me. He's cast me aside.
Maybe if you tell me more, I can help you reconcile.
Okay, you can make a charisma and empathy roll.
Okay. Yay, something I have seen. Let me check here. Wow. Did you say empathy or expression? Same dot. I just want to
Empathy.
Sure.
Empathy.
All right. 2 successes?
Okay. She kind of props herself up and is kind of looking around like she's confused. You can see that she is clutching a infant in her arm that isn't broken. Her head kind of flops to the side, though, now that she's not laying on the ground. Tears are streaming down her face. She looks, as I said, confused, like she can't quite place where you are, where your voice is coming from, but she still addresses you. He did not love us. He said I lied. It was not his.
I'm supposed to help be a messenger for the spirit world and try and bring peace. So let's see. Do I know? Have I read anything about helping an ancient spirit such as these?
You can make a intelligence occult or intelligence academics. Either would be difficulty 8. Well, let me know which one you're rolling because it'll give you different information.
Occult.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay. You've heard parables of assisting spirits to their proper resting place in one of two ways, either to find out what the cause of their clinging on is and helping resolve the problem. Oftentimes is with ancestors concerned about their living descendants. The other method is sometimes it takes actively crossing over and interacting with them on that close of a level to basically give them some kind of spiritual therapy to help them just kind of accept where they are and to move on. A third option, which is unfortunate sometimes, is a spirit cannot be helped and needs to be eliminated if they are being a threat to the mortal realms.
Okay. And this child she's holding, does it seem to be the spirit of something or sort of like a manifestation for her?
Okay, you can make a perception awareness roll.
All right. I don't think so, unless the difficulty was a 5.
You can guess whatever you like.
The child doesn't seem broken, right? Or seem to be...
No, it's showing injuries as well.
Oh, okay. Do I know any other stories of mothers having unborn ghost children? Or not unborn, but baby children with them?
You can make an intelligence academics roll, difficulty 8.
Okay. 5. Oh, let's put up the 5 again. All right, come on. 1, 2. 2 successes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There is 2 successes. Okay, so there is the Abura Akago, which is the ghost of an infant that licks the oil out of lamps, which then causes the lamps to run out of fuel and creating inconvenience in that method. As well, there's the Ubume, which is a ghost of a woman who has passed away during childbirth and oftentimes implores passerbys to hold her infant before disappearing.
She doesn't seem to be either, but there is precedent for this, so I'm guessing it would be best to try and figure out maybe if she had the name of this guy who spurned her and maybe injured or killed the two of them. Please, so that I may help you, who was this man who would not trust you?
Okay, make a manipulation empathy roll.
Four successes. I almost wish I had a specialty.
Tanaka Hibiki.
Okay.
She sobs in reply.
Hmm.
Her sobbing and whimpering seems to be increasing a little bit upon spitting out his name aloud.
Um, now, this probably would require intelligence medicine, but I'll give it a try anyway. The injuries on her neck and shoulder, does it look like she was pushed or hit, like pushed off of a height?
Yeah, make an intelligence medicine.
And since I don't have medicine, what type of penalty do I take on that? Or am I not able to ascertain this at all?
You can make an intelligence roll. It'll be difficulty 9.
Does it help that I fell from a high place? Maybe it gives me some experience.
Were you conscious at the scene afterwards?
That's questionable.
Okay.
Anyway, let's see how I do. Did you say 8 or 9?
9.
Okay, so I only got 1 success.
Okay. Her cause of death is falling from a great height, and that's about all you can tell.
Okay. Do I know anything about the what used to be built in this exact area?
That would be an intelligence academics, difficulty 8.
Okay. Would my specialty in analytical help in this?
No, because this is
Okay.
recalling facts.
Well, it's still 3 then.
Okay. This building actually has been for a couple centuries. Same sort of building, same use. You said you were at the archives of a university, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been a place of learning for a couple centuries.
Okay. And nothing around it has been maybe a tower or something?
It's got a couple stories to it. She was laying in front of the building, like right by the entryway. Actually, you've while you've been focused talking to her, make a perception alertness roll, difficulty 7.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Okay. So yeah, you've it looks like she could have either jumped or been pushed off of the roof in front of the entryway.
Okay. So, I guess I'll have to maybe go inside and see if I can find out any information about this name she gave.
Okay. All right. Where do you head?
Well, since most of the archives have been computerized, I guess I'll check with my computer.
Okay. Make a perception awareness roll.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Difficulty 7 again?
Yeah.
All right, 3 successes.
Okay. Yomaki Ashi is in your room, standing in front of your computer, looking like he's kind of concentrating and focusing with his fingers just inches above the keyboard.
I'll sneak over and move the keyboard.
Okay.
Like,
Make your dex stealth roll. This won't have the penalty because you're in your own haven and you're not having to try to sneak in both realms.
One success. I might succeed because he's concentrating so hard.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. No, ties go to defender, right?
Yeah.
He will look up from what he was doing and look right at you. The first look he gives you is one of hatred, and then when he realizes that you're actually trying to sneak up on him, then he'll kind of take a cautious step back. Yoshi.
Oh, darn it. Just because I'm bad with names, can you remind me what I wrote again? Was it Tomi or
yeah? First name Ashi, last name Yomaki.
All right. And he addressed me by my last name, or was it my first name? As I said, this Eastern name thing is still new to me.
Okay, so what is your first name? Your character's first name?
I think it was Yoshi.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was too. So yes, he addressed you by your first name. He just kind of sneered the name Yoshi.
And then I'll say, oh damn it! I can't believe I forgot it. What was it again? I'm so sorry.
Ashi.
Ashi. I find it interesting you found my place of residence.
I followed you here.
And
still, I saw that you're still up to your same tricks.
Well,
wasn't difficult to find you after you engineered my death.
I merely engineered the taking of the money. I assumed the criminals that you work for would not be very happy with you. I assumed they might do to you what you did to me.
You have no idea what my involvement was, and you struck out at me and my family. And for what?
You told them to take me to the roof and throw me off of it.
You have left my children in poverty. You have engineered my death, all because you were poking around where you shouldn't have been, and you brought your fate upon yourself. Though I guess I wouldn't expect somebody dishonorable like you to understand, but I will get you back. One way or the other, I will get you back.
If you are so concerned with your family's fate, mayhaps if you do not bother me, I can see about doing for them what I did for my own.
You are a liar and dishonorable. There's no way I could trust the words coming from your mouth. Amy told me how your kind seeks to dominate those of us who are trying to oversee and protect our families. You think I'm just going to wander off and leave them in your hands?
I assume asking you to go away is too much, but
Is that a threat?
No. I'm stating asking you to go away would be without me putting forward something to help your family would be too much. But I can't help them if I'm hampered. And I won't bring more karmic unrest upon me by harming them, if that is what you're worried about.
So you admit then that you've already caused karmic unrest in yourself over what you've done to them?
No, I feel that if you had not been involved with the criminals, they would not be put in this position.
Oh, so trying to do what I could to protect my family and to be able to support them is my fault. I see. Little righteous Yoshi has all the answers, ready to just put everything off on everybody else. I did what I had to do to look after my family in the best way possible, to give them a better life. You were poking your nose around and somebody didn't like it. And then you didn't like the punishment you brought on, so you took it all out on me instead of the people that deserved it. And now you want to blame me for what happened? He's going to take a swing at you, or are you going to try to dodge?
Sure.
Okay.
Although this, I'll dodge it reflexively, but so I don't look like an idiot dodging him. Can he hurt me?
I don't know. Let's see. He doesn't know either.
2 successes. Oh, no, 3, since you circled the 5.
Oh, that was a mistake. Sorry.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. So
Um,
yeah, he takes a swing at you, and you reflexively pull back.
Ashi, we are in a situation where maybe there is, on our level of understanding, no right or wrong, at least as we can understand it. That is up for the gods. What I offer is a way to, I offer to help your family in this world. Or you could continue to try to punish me and not help their situation.
You. Okay, make a you're trying to talk your way out of it. Make a manipulation and subterfuge roll.
What part am I subterfuging about?
It's more you're trying to fast talk to turn the conversation around. You're not trying to intimidate him. I guess you could also do manipulation empathy if that would be a.
Yeah,
If
because
you're trying to. Okay.
I am being sincere.
Okay. So yeah. So go manipulation empathy then.
All right. 2 successes.
Okay. You have 24 hours to prove that you are sincere, or I will continue to exact vengeance on you. And he'll glare at you as he walks around you and then backs out towards the doorway.
Okay. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, I'll have to see if I can pull up some records on his family as of late, find out their situation, and see if I can make some money to funnel their way.
Okay.
But the thing is that Bess came and I was just coming in to do something. So while the name is still fresh, I'm going to do a search on that, see what comes up. But if it looks like it's going to be an extended thing, I'll give that name to my assistant when he gets back to dig deeper in, and then I'll deal with the ghost family. So really, the thing is will this role here be the initial role for just a quick search? Will that bring up anything? And I guess that'll be an intelligence computers.
Yeah, intelligence computer.
Yeah, is it 3? Did we set on 3? Yes, we did. So 4 and 3 is 7. So let's see here. Oh, okay. It's not too bad. I got 1 success.
Okay. So yeah, your quick search at this point, you can find basically his obituary listing off his next of kin. But that's pretty much all you can find on your search this evening.
Okay, so
Just going through the quick generic things that you're looking for to see if you can find anything.
So basically, I got a name and a year of birth and a year of death.
Yeah, and his next of kin. You probably, that quick of a search, you probably could also like confirm his place of residence and whatnot.
Maybe his occupation.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess in Japan, there's probably a good chance that that would have been. All right, we'll say yes. That with Japan's focus on your source of income and employment, that that was probably listed as well.
Okay.
Which you already knew anyway.
Wait. Who? Are we talking about Ashiyamaka?
Yeah. Who were you talking about?
I was talking about. I was going to do a quick search on
on the other guy.
Yeah, the first name, and then
okay.
If I
No. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Yeah, Tanaka-san. 1 success. You'll have date of birth, date of death, and that he would have been listed as the whatever the equivalent would be of the headmaster for the university at the time.
Yeah,
so
that seems like a general.
Yeah. So sorry,
okay.
I misunderstood who you're doing the research on, but yeah, that's so you find out that he was the senior, or at least at the end of his career, he was the senior individual in charge of the school.
Okay. I write or I print all this down and give it to my assistant to pull up files and dates and such on this individual. And basically comb the archives for his work. And since he was the headmaster in the building that we are at, I'm guessing that there's a pretty good chance there'll be more info here for him.
Yes.
And, all right. So yeah, this is something I can expect an assistant to be able to do quite well. So I'll deal with the personal business. Well, not quite, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So do you want me to roll again, or
yes, if you're going to
so 4 and 3.
Look for Yomaki-san's information.
Yeah, I was going to say, since it's a little bit more recent, that probably won't hurt either. Oh, come on. Okay, 6, 8. So yeah, 1 success again. I'm guessing.
So as I said before, you'll have his, birth, death, who he survived by, and his occupation, and then you'll have you'll also be able to find his address as well. Between his name and his spouse's name, you'd be able to look that up too. But that's all the information about him and his family that you're going to be able to get.
They don't list the what's it called? They don't list the children, descendants. That's it. That's the word, descendants.
Yeah, his next of kin. So it's got
Okay.
his wife and children's name listed.
All right. Do they have the ages of these
No,
children you brought? No. Okay.
just their names.
Uh, if I put them in, what is there anything that brought up?
You're not going to be able to find out anything else. That was the
Okay.
role. That was the role you did. So the time that you've gone through a lot of your night already with both of these searches, you're not finding a lot of information. So you're punching in like his name, his spouse's name, his kids' names, and you're basically getting where they live and where he worked and when his funeral was and when his death was.
Okay. Um, okay. And what time of night is it?
It would be, I'd say, in the last third of the night by now.
Okay. Too late to go out and do much. Has my assistant gotten back yet?
He would have been back from just to report in that he did deliver the message to the tea house, and
Okay.
asking if there was anything else you needed him to attend to before he went to sleep for the night.
I just want to touch base with him on
The research project.
yeah, and to gather as much as he can about the subject before before I wake, and I am actually going to give my contact the PI I said I get in contact with when I figure out what was the issue.
Yeah.
I will tell. I will. How much? How much? Exactly how knowledgeable is my contact about the, shall we say, supernatural world?
At this point, probably not much, because you haven't exposed him to anything at this point.
Okay,
So he probably has some suspicions, being a PI, that there's a little bit more to you than what you're letting on. But as far as specifics go, I mean, he's going to be no more aware than the common person that you encounter in Kyoto.
Okay, but through his dealings with the PI stuff, people missing under mysterious circumstances, does he have a greater suspicion than maybe?
As I said, he's a 1-point contact.
Okay.
So you have not exposed him to anything yet, so he doesn't have any extra information on that subject. As a PI, he's not an occultist. He would have a lot more grounded theories as to why there are mysterious disappearances. So like I said, he probably has some suspicions that you're involved in something more than what you're telling him. But you haven't done anything yet to necessitate him trying to investigate you on his own time.
Okay. I'll send him an email that I came across this that I found out what it was, and that unfortunately uh, uh, I, I'm wondering, basically if he goes after it, he's going to go get it. So I might as well just tell him flat out. The situation is being handled, but he should not personally try to handle it or confront the individual. But if he has any inkling as to where any of this individual might be making his home base, would be helpful for him to let me know.
Okay. Make a manipulation contact roll.
2.
Okay. All right. And then what do you do after you send that email? As the night is starting to draw to a close.
I will do what I set out to do, and I will prepare and cleanse my living space. And how far can this rite extend? Usually just the part you cleanse, right?
Yeah, it just extends to the part that you cleanse.
Okay.
So it.
So it just basically be where I sleep, with the place of my computer, the bathroom.
Yeah,
It's
a room or a tomb. So yeah, you'd basically your living space, but you wouldn't be able to like do the building or anything without a higher
okay,
level ritual.
right. So yeah, and you did say that would not require a roll on my part.
No,
It just all right.
you do the cleansing. You can, because you've got your yin sight up, you can see the chi lines kind of flare to activity, and not as much because you said you were going to burn yang chi to activate, but you do see the chi lines kind of start to warp a little bit around your haven, and your ritual is successful.
And I'm back at balanced.
And you're back at balanced.
Yes.
So out of the danger zone.
Right. And I'll calm and center myself, coming before bed, coming back into a yin state of mind, and keeping the first mantra of my dharma in my mind. Bathe yourself in the black dragon breath while keeping a hold of the scarlet tear.
Okay. And at that, viewers, we shall leave Tomoe Yoshi to spend his day. His to-do list is definitely starting to pile up. So hopefully Cold Mind will help him stay focused in taking on all these tasks. Or perhaps he can find some assistance in dealing with the priorities. He's already making use of the mortals he can, but perhaps there's others with a more big picture viewpoint that can give him support. But until then, we shall continue on and meet again with Yoshi on his road back. So, dear viewer, sayonara.